Need help, Frog Boy. I'll ask for it.
Oh, now all of a sudden you got problems with frogs, dude. Didn't have a problem yesterday on your story, huh?
Bro, I put up that video of a frog on my Instagram story, and everybody just keeps taking the same joke, which I laugh at every time, which is nice to see you hanging out with Marcos.
Yep.
Found a tree frog yesterday, Leroy, outside my house. It was cool looking.
He was very nice to it.
You know? Yeah, let's see.
Look at the commentary. Look at the design. The elegance.
He looked like at any second he could lunge at you.
Oh, dude,
the resemblance.
He lunged like from because it was on the garbage can. He like Superman leapt. He had complete spring in his step, but I think he wanted to be the hell away from me. But then he was at a point where he was frozen. So I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, he could have just jumped right into my face. I don't think he bites, but do you guys bite?
No, we're more of just slap you with the tongue.
He was cool though. He had like his little section. We're also like chasing a giant ass toad in the backyard too. But then it led us to the tree frog, and I was more intrigued by him.
Yeah,
you know.
It's nice to
You
see
have the attention span of a gnat.
What do you mean?
I mean,
because
we were looking at a toad, but then he ran us around, and then a tree frog.
Tree frogs are cooler, dude. They got the suction cups. You know, that's just cool. Both frogs are kind of gross. I mean, bufo toads, they're kind of gross.
Yeah, they're gross.
And they poop all over my patio.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in that, dude.
They hump a lot, too.
Yeah.
Gross.
Horny.
Don't like them. Not a fan of the toads.
Horny amphibians. All the time.
They give you warts, too. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Don't matter. I ain't getting that close.
Yeah.
Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Vic Fangio addressing the media. He said on the Bills beatdown, the player's reaction was, quote, from Omar Kelly's Twitter, disappointment, pride is hurt, upset, everything rolled up into one. Well, fix it, dude. Fix it. Okay? If everything's rolled up into one, why don't you roll up a solution into one there, Fangs?
You sure he's not on notice?
No, he's not on notice.
All right.
But
why are you lashing out then?
It's enough, dude.
It's one game. It's one game.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's been a season.
Fangs asked about the linebacker play. Be where you're needed and be more consistent.
Oh, seems like he's pointing fingers.
Interesting.
You got 4 of them.
Does
he? How about going with 3?
On the Wilkins, Sealer, Davis defensive line from Barry Jackson's Twitter, he says they need to do. Do they need to get more pass rush help from that group? Fang said they need to do a better job of that. We need to do a better job of getting them in those positions.
And we need to do a better job of adding another defensive lineman. Because that's when they had success last year.
Yep.
Interesting.
Listen, let me put it out there for just normal, everyday, common folks who follow the Dolphins, right?
Yep.
For the last 5 years, we've been talking about bringing a linebacker in. For the last 2 or 3 years, we've been talking about how great we like the D-line, right? We added to that with Chubb and Jalen Phillips, right? So why are we taking one of those guys off the field and adding another guy who we've had questions about for the last 5 years? We've been talking about linebacker help every offseason for the last 5 or 6 years. Is this not an accurate assessment?
I would say probably second to O-line. People have been wanting a good linebacker.
Sure. So why would you then increase the number of people you have questions about and decrease the position that you feel is one of your strengths? I'm no defensive coordinator, but I do have some damn common sense. I want more of what helps us win, not less.
Barry Jackson says, Fangio said, in hindsight, maybe he would have done something different versus Diggs. Quote, second guessing is justified.
What?
Damage is done.
Second guessing is justified. You think?
I may have gotten that
Here.
one wrong. Yeah, Fangs.
When I
you
watch a
did.
football, when I watch a football game, and I watch the way things are going during the game. Now, here's what I don't have the ability of knowing. I don't know what the coaches think of certain players, right? So a lot of decisions may be based on whether they feel players can succeed in those situations. But I'm going to say this. After 2 touchdowns, we sending down an alarm
Right.
to say this bleep don't work. Let's change it up a little bit, right? Not on Thursday after a game. It's too late. Football is about making adjustments, right? We all see coaches, make adjustments, do different things on a daily basis. We talked about, I told you on Monday, I think that at some point, the offense is going to have to make some adjustments because the 2 teams you struggle against played very similarly defensively in that they crowded the middle of the field, they allowed you to make the short throws, and they attacked the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but I do think that the old don't like to change their ways. And so if you were to tell me who's going to adjust quicker, I would say probably McDaniel because he's not old.
But he's also the head coach.
Yes.
He can go to Fangs and say, we need to, change this up a little bit.
I hope so. I hope that's the case. Mike McDaniel, he was talking about the idea of he was asked if the idea of the Giants is a quote get right game, and he did not like that. He did not like that.
Me neither.
Get right game doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't think anybody in our locker room is looking at it like that. You have to. It is hard enough to get your game to its best, and when you've left some stuff to be desired, as I know our locker room feels, the thing you want to do is be focused on yourself and how it applies to the opponent every single week. And even if you approach something as a get right game and you're fortunate, like you set yourself up to lose for one, but let's say you're fortunate enough to win. You have now lost your competitive momentum and in your process of progressing throughout the season, that even though you may have squeaked out a win, the residuals you will pay for.
Huh.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
He is 100% correct.
Wow. All right.
Like if it's the first quarter of the season, you're trying to build and be the best version of yourself going into December and January, right? If you treat a week like a get right game and you don't progress, even if you win, then that means that it's going to take you longer to get to your best version of yourself. So he's right. And plus, let's not act like anybody can't beat anybody.
Yeah, it's like the great coach Howard Burns says, if you cheat the game, the only person you're cheating is cheating yourself.
Who?
The great Howard Burns, football aficionado.
What was the quote one more time?
If you cheat the game, the only one you're cheating is you're cheating yourself.
It's a lot of cheating in that quote.
I don't know if maybe I put too many cheatings in there, but yeah, if you cheat the game, the only one you're
It's
cheating is
something
cheating
like that.
yourself.
No, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say the last cheating.
Are you sure?
Yes. That's not an original statement.
No, but I'm pretty sure Coach Burns was the first one to say that.
From where?
Burns.
Football.
Where football?
What's his name?
It's
Mike
a movie.
Mike, what's going on, Mike?
No.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good, buddy. What's
Good.
going on?
Look, man, everybody's getting out of hand, this defense, okay? I know they had a horrible game. They had a great game before. Not so great, but, they were getting there. These games, they're due to happen. No matter, Buffalo's a hell of an offense. People don't realize, even though I hate them. But, and out there, it's hectic place to play. No matter what month it is, during the year. You know, and it's tough when you have a new coach, defensive coach in there. You have to get comfortable with him. It's not that easy as people think. I mean, I've played before, and Leroy, you played before. You know how it is. I mean, you cannot have everything good. It's like a job, you know. If something doesn't work, you go the next day and make it work. That's it. I'm pretty sure it's going to get better. Remember the Marino days? The offense was great, and the defense was horrible. They had to score 40 points, 30 points almost every game to win. So everything's not going to be cheese. I mean, it is what it is, but you just got to get to grow up and stop crying. Later.
All right. See you, Mike.
Who is this quote from again? One more time. You said
Yeah.
Howard Burns?
Oyster Burns,
No.
brother.
I think so. I think what does Google say about you cheat the game? The only one you're cheating is cheating yourself.
Cheat the game.
You don't have to say the last cheating, you moron.
I think that's what it is, though. I'm pretty sure that's where
not.
Mike Daniel
It's not.
found the quote.
It's not.
Yourself.
You
The
know?
only person you're cheating is
yourself. Yeah, you cheat the game. The only one you're cheating is cheating yourself.
No,
think
it's
this
cheating
exists?
yourself. Stop.
Right. Exactly.
It's not.
This doesn't
Dude.
exist.
There's a lot going on there.
Dade South says, I think having two starters out matters the most in the scheme and the formation. Listen, not having Jalen Phillips and Deshaun Elliott. I mean, technically 3 stars if you want to count Jalen Ramsey too. Yes, not having Deshaun Elliott was terrible because I don't know how Brandon Jones is physically. You know, he's coming back from an injury. We saw with Raheem Mostert last year. You know, he didn't look right about to like the last third of the season coming off of a bad knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair, Dade Salve. I do think that not having Jalen Phillips right and not having Deshaun Elliott is a thing, but I do think that, you know, also in the first week we've seen some things that have been concerning aside from them.
This is here's what happens. You're going along willy-nilly. You're not really necessarily paying attention to the issues that you may or may have in the future. And this is what I'm talking about, being the best version of yourself. And then it all comes to roost in one game, right? So basically what it makes you do is it makes you now concentrate and focus on these things. Like, okay, what are we going to do here? We can't just go out and run our offense. We got to have a contingency plan defensively. Okay, what are we going to do here? And instead of just having that kind of bravado of we just scored 70, right? Now you got to pay attention to all those little things that cause big problems. So during the course of a season, these things happen.
Mike McDaniel also went on to say on the old get right game, he says they can't overlook anybody.
I do not care about any other team in the league. I do not want us to progressively get worse. So there's a get right. You'll get learned a lesson. And it happens every year. And it's you can't do it if you're trying to be your best version of yourself. Because there's too many good players, too many good coaches. And shoot, we have this game will be one less game that I'll have in my career moving forward.
What? Now that made 0 sense. He had me. Then he said, this game will do what?
He said a get learned.
It's you get right, you're gonna get learned. -1 to Mike McDaniel.
-1.
Now all of a sudden he's a damn Beverly Hillbilly.
Let me tell you this: you trying to get right, you're gonna get yourself that there learned a lesson. And I'll tell you one thing: this next game is going to be one less game than I have in my career.
I don't even understand that.
I don't understand it either.
That was a trick. The first one, he was actually
He was on
sense.
point, but then he just keeps talking because he
Yeah.
just talks too
Right.
much. He doesn't know when to stop.
He
So he doesn't.
just
doesn't
keeps
know-
talking until everybody's confused. Because I'm more than sure that everybody was looking up at that podium going, huh?
What?
What?
What are you talking about, man?
Well, first we was getting learned, and then one less game. What is that? It was.
You should have just coached. You should have just quoted the great Coach Burns.
That's not okay. Hold on. I'm still having. Where did he coach? Where do you think? Where are you?
It's
saying
from a movie.
No,
I looked it up.
No,
Actually, I looked the movie character, Coach Burns.
I'm telling. No, it's not a movie. He was a real football coach.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
who?
I think it was the BFL back in the day, like one of the original
BFL.
football leagues.
Oh yes, let me look that up as well.
Yeah, I think it was the Birmingham Football League. It was known back in the day, Coach Burns.
Oh yeah, I see it here.
Yeah.
Actually. Yep.
And he said, "You cheat the game. The only thing you're cheating is cheating yourself."
You're not. He says the only thing you're cheating is yourself. You don't have to say cheat yourself, you idiot.
I don't think he said any of that. If I had to be honest.
I'm trying to figure out who the hell Coach Burns is.
By the way, the BFL is the Bass Fishing League, so I'm not sure.
You're an idiot.
Coach Burns really doing some work there.
How do you teach somebody to fish?
Well, you teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. You catch a man to fish, he eats for a day.
Catch a man.
Go to
So
bed.
really-
No.
If you just catch a man to fish, you're cheating that man, and the only thing you're cheating is cheating yourself.
All righty.
What if we catch a man in a sports bra? Because that's where you going.
You let you know.
When is that happening?
Well, first, I don't want to insult Tobes by getting him double X, but I think he just needs extra large because I'm gonna keep it afterwards. So it's got to be a size that I fit.
I'll make it work.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Fat guy in a little coat.
I don't like this.